In less than 2 years, the United States Army shattered its southern neighbor and swallowed half the territory of Mexico. But having won the war, Washington did something strange. They kept the empty northern deserts and deliberately handed the rich, densely populated heartland right back to the enemy they had just beaten. It was an appetite for territory, colliding with a deep, paralyzing fear of the people already standing on it. When the government signed a treaty and halted its armies, thousands of heavily armed young men refused to stop marching. Instead, they went rogue, forming private mercenary armies to carve out their own nations by force. They invaded Cuba to build a new slave state, an expedition that ended against execution walls in the grip of the Spanish garrote. They seized the barren dirt of Baja California, planting a makeshift flag and immediately decreeing the peninsula under the slave laws of Louisiana. And in Nicaragua, a 5-foot-tall doctor and journalist from Tennessee named William Walker actually succeeded, talking his way into the presidency of a foreign republic and reopening the slave trade a full generation after Central America had abolished it. The politicians in Washington who preached expansion now faced a crisis ignited by their own citizens. To prevent these localized rampages from dragging the country into global war, the United States Navy deployed to blockade and hunt down American-funded ships. But the final blow didn't come from a foreign military. It came through the financial strangulation of industrial titans like Cornelius Vanderbilt, who treated these sovereign nations as their own personal transit routes. Were these private wars the inevitable march of American progress? A ruthless corporate turf war over shipping lanes? Or a deliberate blueprint to build a slave empire by taking the land and discarding the people? We are putting this brutal, forgotten era on trial in an 8-part ReThink History series, Take the Land, Not the People. Subscribe to watch the full investigation and see America's founding myth put on the stand.